What is up, everybody? Welcome to Game 1 of cEDH Crew Battles. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all so much for watching this. We're all super excited to put this on. I'm Josh from Drunken Highlander. I'm here with my amazing co-host Austin and also our wonderful guest caster, Cop, aka Steven, from the East Coast region. And we have our amazing players, ComedianMTG, Mike from Playing with Power, Priscilla, and Connor, who is the hometown hero from the Elder Drunken Highlander Discord. He won our first Tea Party tournament. We're super excited to see everybody here play. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves a little bit so everyone can identify with your voice, and we'll get started speculating on how this game's gonna go.
Oh, Steven, you can go first.
Thank you.
I was gonna say. The tail end.
Hi, Chad. I hope you identify with my voice. What's up, everybody? My name's Cop. I'm so excited to be here. You can find me streaming on Twitch every Saturday. I do a lot of commentary for casual EDH and cEDH as well as standard. And I am here to represent the East Coast 100%. East Coast represent. I think I'm going to be rooting for my boy Ian for sure. I'm very excited for this Timna Malcolm list that Ian recently top 16 with. I believe he was 4-0 in that tournament. I haven't seen this list yet, so I'm very hyped. But all the players here are really great. Especially, I know Scylla has been running this Crom Rayhan for a while, and it's a very solid deck.
Oh, we have a turn one Malcolm from Ian already. We have.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, with the artist proof. We have Mike on a mold of 4 putting down 4 cards on his turn 1. I wonder if those were all 4 cards that he had in his hand. He's going to be making a ton of mana with his kitten. And then we have Scylla with a Gemstone Caverns mystical tutor before she even gets to her turn. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is nuts. This is absolutely nuts.
I'm so hyped.
I don't know what Connor's going to do.
So our commanders. So if everyone's not aware, our commanders, we've got Timna and Malcolm coming from Ian. Then we got Playing with Powers, got Kitten. We've got Priscilla running Rayhan Chrome, and Connor's running Yasharn. I love Yasharn. Yasharn is one of my favorite Selesnya cards, one of my favorite Selesnya commanders, because I love ramp, and I love stacks. Stacks and ramp in the zone is nice on a 4/4 body for 4, even better. You can't pay life. Sucks to be you, Timna. Sucks to be you, Necropotence. Sucks to be you, Adnaz. Like, let's go.
Can't sacrifice non-land permanence.
Does Adnaz still work?
Yes, Adnaz still works.
It's loss of life, not pay life.
Getting speaking of sacrificing permanence, getting a Diabolic Intent here off the Mystical Tutor, trying to get a sack thing out early, I'm guessing, before that Yasharn even comes down. I wonder what creature she's going to be putting down for turn 1, though, because we've seen Connor get this Yasharn out pretty quickly in the past, so it's going to have to be something quick. Oh, okay, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a good start.
There's Dockside Extortionist. Wow, what a game!
Dockside for 2 is going to be net neutral, but it's going to give her enough to get the Diabolic Intent to sack the Dockside for the tutor. That's a spicy move.
Putting a Dockside in the graveyard, too, for later.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a secret tool we'll save for later.
Oh my god, this Ring Pop treasure token. I'm living for this.
Wow, I love it. I super love it. This is hype as fuck. I don't know. Okay, so who had the strongest turn 1 then? East Coast, Midwest, West Coast?
Well, we haven't seen full yet. We haven't seen full.
That's true.
Count is 3 because of Ian's artifact as well. I didn't clock that because it's tucked under the land, tucking artifacts into lands. Yeah. Unprofessional.
I thought you were supposed to be rooting for the East Coast, Steven.
I am. I'm sorry. Ian's amazing. Ian's so good. You see how can't see it, but I have pom-poms right now. Yeah.
At least he doesn't play with his lands in the front.
That's true. That's actually not allowed. I learned recently. You can't actually do that in a tournament.
Good.
Chat saying that Scylla can't keep getting away with this.
I'm also very here for the South hype. South baby, play Freebird. I also saw a roll tied up earlier. I see you, Chad.
The South has had some of the best hype, honestly. It's really funny when the Southern players all joined in the Discord crew battles. They all have their own like chat where they can strategize. But the South didn't strategize. They just argued about college football. It was amazing.
Sounds on brand. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I was like, wow, they're perfect.
That is actually perfect.
Super perfect. Speaking of perfect, I don't know if Scylla could have asked for a more perfect start here. I wonder what she's getting with this Diabolic Intent. Could be a Dark Ritual. It could be another tutor. It could be a lot of different things.
Mm.
Looks like a pass the turn, whatever it is. Connor's picking up his cards. Yep. Oh, and there's a Once Upon a Time. I love this card.
Oh,
in his
I
deck.
love that card. It's so good.
It really smooths out the turn ones.
One.
All right, so we're seeing crazy turn ones from everybody.
Is it a magical Christmas land kind of game?
What stacks piece do you think Connor's even looking for here? I know he doesn't run a ton of stacks pieces actually in his deck. It's mostly just Yasharn because Yasharn is a pretty sufficient stacks piece on its own, and the rest of the deck is just ways to close the game. But he might be going for an early stacks piece here, considering just how aggressive everybody's gotten for their starts.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna just try to slow everybody else down. Okay, Mana Dork.
Nope, Mana Dork. He's just going for it. He's just powering it out. That makes sense though. If he can get Yasharn down next turn, I think it'll still have a lot of staying power against this board. There's a Talisman. No, that's a Signet. So Kinnon's not really locked out by it, but it'll lock out the treasure tokens from Ian. Mm-hmm. It'll make it so that Scylla has to crack her treasure, otherwise she's going to lose it. Although I feel like she's definitely...
It locks out treasures and Tymna.
Yep.
Ian turn 2 here. Took the damage off the crypt, it looks like.
Lauren's saying in chat, there's 2 regions competing, West Coast and East Coast. That's true. Mike only has 1 card in hand. Lauren, actually, I'm going to give a shout out to Lauren, who's one of the casters for Game 4 of the Crew Battles and my co-host for the amazing podcast, The Punt Pals, which you can watch if you want to have a good laugh about the 75% of players who don't win a Commander game. Because that's us, 75% of the time. But maybe that's not Ian getting in an early Malcolm beat, getting in a Tymna, drawing an extra card while he can, showing off his sick, nasty Kiki Jiki tattoo. That's so cool. I love it.
Red to the core. Red to the core.
He's not even in a red deck. He's got the red sleeves.
I know.
Red playmat, red tattoo.
It's a red dragon sleeve.
Is Ian the player who shows up to like modern locals with like the burn t-shirt and the red sleeves and then hits you with Esper control? Is that what he's doing right now? We getting sharked?
You gotta keep them on their toes.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Esper is in such a good position right now with everybody playing to like mid-range value engines. We're just gonna see Kinnan pass from Mike here. Like it was Control Winter and now it's Espering.
Oh, yeah. That's so good.
Lauren came up with that. I can't take credit. Nope, House co-host Lauren did that. He said that. It's a thing. But I feel like it's just the best like safe win, like stall the game for a little bit value engine color pairing, and it has a lot of very powerful commanders and commander pairs like Malcolm Tymna. I've been playing Toulouse Doomsday. There's the reanimate for the dockside. Yep, there it is.
Nice.
Get it while you can. Get those treasures while you can. Do you guys think Ian's gonna crack his treasure?
Scylla on that 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
That's not worth cracking treasure.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't crack either. Speaking of treasures, I'm gonna throw this up on screen. cEDH Crew Battles is brought to you by All Trades Media LLC, the maker of that amazing treasure token that Ian has there, and also one of Ian's sponsors as well. They have the original Print Proxies series. It's a token pack specifically designed for webcam play with cards that are simple and easy to read on screen. You can scan the QR code and use promo code ELDER to get yourself 25% off of an order of $25 or more getting a token pack there. They're really sick and they come in foil. So definitely check that out if you can.
They
See with your QR code.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah, we went hard. We went super hard on the stuff for the stream. Rayhan coming out. And a Ristic Study coming out from Scylla. Speaking of going hard, holy crud.
Gotta pay the troll toll.
She's not messing around. Might be stranding a treasure token out here, though. Could see a Yasharn. Let's see what Connor does. He's in a really bad spot here, I feel like.
Yeah. End of order on this pod is a rough place to be for the stack.
Yep. And just for the people in chat, so they know, the turn order was randomized by the players, so we did not have a say in what the turn order was. We are indeed personally biased, but we wouldn't be that biased. Oh, and there it is, Spirit Guide Yasharn.
There's Yasharn.
Yep,
nice. ETB gonna go find a forest and a plain.
Fix
I will
that
also say,
land.
chat, their opening hands were also randomized here, just in case anybody was wondering.
I'll throw your shine up on the screen so you guys can all see what it do.
A stunning
Shard.
elemental boar.
One
hits
of
a
my
lot of
one of my
stuff.
favorite Celestia commanders.
Yeah, it's a great card. So that turns off fetch lands, that turns off mana confluence, that turns off treasure tokens, it turns off a lot of
Non-land.
things.
So lands.
No,
lands
fetch
are
lands,
fine.
you still pay life.
Oh wait, no, you have to pay life. You're
Yeah,
right. Oh, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's deceptive. So we have 2 treasure
You
tokens.
only get your evolving wilds.
Scylla's labeled her treasure
Sad.
tokens sad. Oh,
Nice.
Oof.
Turn 3 for Ian here. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Mike's feeling pretty good about this, though.
4 mana, yeah.
The other amazing thing about Yasharn is it puts 2 lands in your hand, so it really smooths out casting big, expensive Selesnya win cons.
Mm-hmm.
Combos like Helia Ballista,
We love
those are not
that.
cheap. Creatures like Aerial Extortionist and Elish Norn, those are not cheap either.
Mm-hmm.
That's the power of having green alongside the control elements of white. You can really step on the gas.
Looks like Ian goes into
Check
Scylla
this.
with Malcolm and I believe Mike with Timna.
Can't
Did
use
he just draw with
Timna.
Timna? Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
I don't think he
know.
can
Yo,
use Timna. Does someone want to pop in the chat and let him know? Yeah. You go do. Can you do that, Austin? Sheriff Austin, before he plays one of the spells.
Sheriff Austin.
You got him. I see Lauren in chat immediately. The OG sheriff saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super interesting to see what's going to happen next. The Yasharn turns off basically everyone but Mike. Mike's got 2 cards in hand, though, so not sure what he can really do here. He's got 1, 2,
This is
3, 4,
interesting. No,
5.
You can use the Timna.
You can use the
Yeah,
Timna?
You can use the Timna.
Whoa,
Yeah,
we're wrong?
so
That's crazy.
Because it's a
act-
triggered
activate.
ability.
Yeah, difference in triggered abilities and activated abilities.
That's
Chat's on
amazing.
If it was a colon, you wouldn't be able to use it.
I've heard reading the card explains the card. I've heard that too. I don't know.
That's
That
crazy.
is true. That is true. But wanted to make sure.
Oh, and there's a clone for the dockside? Question mark? For the cannon? Actually, maybe for the
Oh.
cannon. For the Rayhan.
Ah,
All right,
maybe
I wonder
for
what
Rayhan.
this is. Yeah, it looks
The
like a
dockside.
dockside.
Smart.
So maybe we're planning to remove the Yasharn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dockside.
Bounce the Yasharn, bounce
Ton
the
of mana.
Yasharn.
What is that? 3? 3 off that dockside?
Yeah. Scylla drawn away off this Rhystic Study. Hopefully.
Crazy.
If Ian's taking a big turn here, but he might just also pay for everything.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you say that, Josh?
Could be all the mana that he has access to if the Yasharn goes away. But it doesn't look like that's what's happening. It looks like we just passed the turn with 6 treasures. This is a really interesting thing about cards like Blight Obedience, Yasharn, things that lock down treasure tokens, is it gives other players a lot of opportunity to blink, recast, clone, cast their own dock size, and the treasure tokens just get exponential. And then it becomes a point like you don't want to remove the piece that locks those tokens down because then everyone gets a ton of mana. Oh, what is this going to be getting?
Oh.
Invasion of
my.
Victoria?
Yeah.
Naglehorn?
That's
No, that wouldn't be. So it's X equals 3.
No, something that'll take a creature out, maybe? No. Why would...
So he's
why
going to
would he
be...
release
The
the
Kinnan
treasure
players in the
token?
chat, what is this X equals 3 for? What do you think?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's a mana dork.
That would make sense.
I think he's
But
getting
which one?
a Bloom Tender, perhaps.
That's
Hmm.
2.
Yeah, but you can get something or less, or you could just have a mana floating.
True.
Trophy Mage, says Zach in the
Yeah.
chat. That
That's...
could
that
be.
is spicy. 3 drops?
Trophy
A
Mage
tutor
might
for
be
a
a good
tutor?
one.
I do love tutor chains.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Oh duh. Oh yeah. We're so.
Oh, interesting.
I
Okay.
literally just talked about it. The
They
exponential
have flesh
effects of
duplicate
cloning
enter the battlefield
Dockside.
as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except as vanishing 3. That doesn't matter. It's a Dockside.
Or is
Got
this a
it.
Timna? Could this be a Timna maybe? So you can get some cards?
But that Dockside is huge right
Yeah,
now.
no, it's got to be a Dockside.
Yeah.
These shards got to go away
breeds a
eventually.
Dockside.
And I think Mike's cool with
This is
either.
gonna be...
Yeah.
It is a Dockside fight for sure.
Yeah.
cEDH Crew Battle Series has become Dockside battles.
They're just extorting each other into oblivion.
Yeah, Samurai Dancer calling it. Yep, definitely a Dockside fight. I think he's right.
Well, that's like the most American thing I can think of for our American regional crew battles.
What, the Cold War of the mutually assured destruction of removing the Yasharn, everyone being able to cast all their spells all at once?
Exactly. Patriotic.
I knew there's a reason we didn't invite the Europeans, and it wasn't just time zones.
Oh my gosh, how many is this?
What is going on?
6,
So many
7,
treasures. Do you think
8,
any of these people have removal for Yasharn?
Somebody's
no,
got
I think
to,
they're just
but
hoping
now
they draw into it.
who-
But who's gonna do it? Who would pull that trigger right now? No one. No, I don't
No
think
one
anyone.
would.
Can, I don't
I
think
think
anyone
Ian
could
would.
right now.
Ian's got the most cards. I think he totally would.
You think he would dive headfirst into a win attempt?
I think he would not dive headfirst into a win attempt. I think our boy would just win. We'll see what
Respect
Priscilla
that,
does
respect
now.
that.
She's untapped.
Yeah, true.
She's got a sad treasure. She got 3 cards in hand. Looks like Mike paid for the Ristic study too.
Mhm.
This Ristic study did literally one thing. Not even a 3-mana divination, I don't think.
For 3 here.
What is that card?
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh, it's a braids.
It's I love this.
It's braids.
Ooh.
We're
Oh,
sacrificing a
I know.
Rayhan. Yes, we are. Oh my god.
That's
Wait, no, we're not.
that's
No, we're
so
not.
rude.
It's turned off by Yasharn, isn't it?
You
No,
may
No,
sacrifice
no.
an artifact.
It's a triggered ability, right? It's a triggered ability.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. The treasure's going away. The Rayhan's going away. This is great for Priscilla. This is the grind engine that she needed.
Oh, what a wonderful art too. I've never
it
seen this
stalled
art
the
for
game
braids.
just enough.
Hey, thanks for the raid,
Let's
trying
go.
casually.
Hey, welcome in, trying casually. Welcome on in, everybody.
How you doing?
Right, so
This is
Scylla's stacking
crazy.
the Dockside here on her instep.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So everybody can sacrifice a creature, and then if they choose to also sacrifice a creature, that's all that happens. But if they choose not to, they lose 2 life, and Scylla will draw an extra card. And we're seeing all the Docksides go
It's
away.
the flesh duplicates.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So 1 extra
Looks
card
like-
from
Yeah,
Connor here.
Scylla drew 1 off Connor, not sacking anything. So
Still
Let's
pretty
see if
good
Connor
value.
can-
Clear the board of all the Docksides. No more of that. As the player with the most reanimation, I'm sure Scylla is happy with it. And the player with the most grave hate by far. I think her deck is very grave hate centric.
okay, we're crop rotating a land.
All right.
Let's see if this gets misstepped. This works through Yasharn? Because
I literally was about to
it
say.
is not one of the things that Yasharn covers.
To cast spells or activate abilities. Interesting.
Players can pay life or sacrifice non-land permanents.
Yeah, it's a land. That's wild.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hilarious.
Connor
Yep.
dancing around this Yasharn ability like it don't even matter.
I mean, it's basically his signature commander at this point.
Rotation into a Gaia's Cradle. We'll tap for 2 right now.
All right,
He's got access.
I want to
to
see it.
4. What's he gonna do with it?
Play the bird, the 5-mana bird. Do it.
5-mana bird, bro.
Yeah, it's Oh, it's not the bird.
Ooh,
It's Fauna Shaman.
A fauna thing.
Paying
Okay.
for Ristic Study.
Okay.
We love to see it. Connor's setting it up. So last time I saw this Yasharn play in a Chain of Vapor end step at the Yasharn. We called it.
Ooh.
Ian's just gonna go for it here. Priscilla being able to draw. Let's see if she can stop this. She's not gonna. I don't think she would anyway. She wants her things too. And there goes Yasharn back to hand.
Ooh. Yeah.
All right. How many cards does Ian have in hand? I think like 6 last I counted.
I think so. It's got a mitt. Like you can see him playing with it on camera. It's quite thick.
There's a Kinnan activation immediately for Mike.
Facts.
It's happening. The treasures are unlocked. Let's see if he can put something down here to stop Ian's win turn, which is most definitely coming. Ian definitely did the math here on the likelihood of this Kinnan deck putting something. Oh no! Oh, he doesn't quite have it. That's not that bad. It could be worse. Oh no! It could be worse!
Damn.
Glenalundra Archmage. 1 blue.
I haven't seen that card in ages.
Oh, that's a Kinnan staple, baby. We hate this card unless you're a Kinnan player. Then you love this card. Sacrifice it with 1 blue, which he has ample blue, and counter a non-creature spell. It's got persist, so it comes back. So he's got 2 counter spells now, just live, hard counter spells.
Ooh, and the Wandering Archaic. Yep. Archaic. Yeah.
Okay.
The Glenalundra also gives him a flying offense to hit the battle if he needs to.
And oh my, no instants or sorceries allowed, says the kitted player. Not in my house. None
this
here.
This is going to be a tough one for Ian to play through.
I wonder if he's experiencing the emotion known as regret.
Turn 4. Ian
no, there is no regret. There's only forward.
Crypt giving him a good old smackaroony here.
Yep.
All right, let's see what he's got.
Ooh.
Put a silence on the stack. Do it. That won't do anything.
Go straight to
Glenalundra, it's so hard to play around, right? Because you can't even kill it because it has persist. You need to be able to like have 2 removal spells for it or a bait spell for it, which is really, really hard to play around when it just got put into play right before your turn, right? You can exile it with something or bounce it. It'll just sack itself to counter that. You can play a bait spell, and then you have to kill it. It's difficult to play around for sure. Hopefully, Ian's just going to play a bunch of creatures here.
Usually.
Yeah. Ian in a really bad spot here, too, for turn order. Scylla's in the best spot to be bouncing the Yasharn and going for stuff, just because it's going to come right back down. Ian's got to unlock the other 2 players now, and he might be reconsidering courses of action here and trying to set up to not die if he can't win for this Archaic and Glenalundra.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's just how it goes sometimes. I mean, I said it. I think it was his chance to win, though. So this is his window. I don't think his window is gonna get any bigger or change. This is the time to do it. So the risk he had to take.
Yeah. Especially seeing the Yasharn likely coming back down again. So
yeah. Why wouldn't it come back down again? Unless he's got something better.
Chat debating which locals are the best in chat right now. East Coast is a CEDH Pro Tour, says Genjo. I agree. East Coast is really stacked. Punt City is a terrifying tournament. It's how it is. I've never played in a West Coast or Midwest tournament, but East Coast is fearsome for sure. For sure, my experience. No bias. Interestingly enough, the next round of crew battles
here.
What's up?
I said Ian's got a full grip. He's got like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. It looks like.
Yeah, he's
11 mana.
He's got a bunch of choices. Do they work through 2 hate bears out of the Kinnan deck? I call them hate bears, but they're freaking huge.
Oh, yeah. Glenn is a hate bear.
That's true. It's a 2/2. You're right. It's not for 2 mana.
Is he gonna bop it? He could.
There's art. Yeah.
And also, I wonder who the
8 gorillas. Yes, samurai.
I wonder who the battle is actually attached to.
Yeah, that I'm unsure of.
I don't think it matters much.
I think it's attached to Ian because Ian put this goldfish down with 6 counters on it.
Oh yeah. That's the battle. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think it's a bit reductionist, making the battle for Ikoria some fish in a bowl.
But it makes sense.
a statement, really.
It does make sense that he has it, because he is not going to be swinging or leaving blockers that much. He's going to be swinging out, so it'll be hard to defend should Mike ever choose to send his 6 power of creatures at it to get it to Zalortha.
Esper Sentinel and pass.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, it's okay. He's holding a Born Upon the Wind and Ad Nauseam. He's got this. Mike,
I just found out about Born Upon the Wind, and I'm like, wow, this card's amazing.
It's terrifyingly good.
Absolutely.
Stunning.
Not as good in Kinnan, though. Not that the Midwest needs the power of Born Upon the Wind to close this game. I think Mike is firmly in first place now. Mull 4 played 4 cards on turn 1. Kept 1 card in hand, and now here we are. Swinging for 6 at a battle, I suppose.
Interesting.
This is awesome. Oh
You
my
definitely
god.
not want to lose this Esper Sentinel here. Oh.
Is he blocking? He is blocking.
Wow.
He is defending the battle. I have never actually seen someone defend a battle in cEDH before. This is crazy, but
he doesn't want that thing to hit the board.
Yeah, I think he's correct in keeping Mike off literally anything. Just don't give him even another inch, because he's already ahead, and it's going to be really hard to overtake him. A 9/9 might be too much. Like, how are you going to remove it? Is it Glenalandra and a Wandering Archaic you have to deal with?
Yeah.
That can also assign damage as though it weren't blocked. Priscilla turn 4. Let's see. Only 4 open mana.
The treasure is no longer sad, though.
Treasure is no longer sad, yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be a Crom, or if it's going to be some setup, or if we're just going to see a pass here into the braids.
Mm-hmm.
I think at least we're swinging Rayhan.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like you can Crom into the braids, sack the Rayhan, counters on Crom.
I don't know if Crom is good here as a draw engine. It might be good as a 4/4 body in this board state, but as a draw engine, I don't know if it's going to get you that much.
No, because you'd sacrifice the Rayhan, and then you'd have the Chrome to beat face in the air.
Oh, right. Yeah, that isn't literally in Priscilla's primer. She does say that what you do is you sacrifice the Rayhan, have a 7/7 Crom when board states get all gummed up like this. So, yeah, no, you're right. That's actually probably a good play.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the braids is there for. Because that's going to hurt. That braids is going to hurt if it sacks a creature right now. Because that means Ian's got to get rid of either Timna or Malcolm. Then Mike's got to get rid of either Kinnan, Archaic, or Alondra. Probably Alondra, which brings his Alondra clock down. And then, well, poor Connor. Probably be the show.
They don't have to sack, right? They just take 2.
No, they don't.
It's true, they don't have to.
I don't think any of them are gonna sack at this point, unless there's an artifact sacked. We might not see the Rayhan sacked. We'll see what Scylla does, though. I'm hoping it's a 7/7 Crom, because that'd be kind of hype. We get to see some punchies. I love me some punchies.
I want to see. I love watching combat be relevant.
So the last time Connor played in a tournament match in the Tea Party, he was playing Yasharn. It's like turn 5 or turn 6. It was a 35-minute game. He played Yasharn super early. Played like a, I forget the name of it. It's a 5-mana 4/3 Aven. I literally was talking about it earlier today. Exile something when it attacks or enters the battlefield. No. Sorry, it's a white card. And a couple other creatures. Yes, thank you. Aerial Extortionist. Ooh, Talion coming down. That's a good one.
Oh.
Maybe we'll see a 6/6 Talion. Yeah, played an Aerial Extortionist and then played the Monster Manual and then went to combat with a bunch of creatures and Adeline and then played Eladamri's Call, activated his Monster Manual, put in the Crater Hoof Behemoth that he got from the Eladamri's Call, and just killed the table instantly. So hopefully we see something like that again, because that'd be mega hype.
I wonder what number the Talion's on.
We'll find out in a second.
1, 2, or 3.
I would put it on 2. I don't know. What would you put it on here, chat? What's your Talion number in this pod?
My vote's also on 2.
I think I'd pick 1.
Priscilla picked 2. 1 is the other one that people pick a lot. I think against faster decks, you pick 1. Like you're in a triple Rogside pod, you're on 1. But here, I
Absolutely.
think you want to do 2. There's going to be a little bit more mid-range. And we are seeing a 6-7 Talion.
Would you ever pick 5?
No.
No. No.
Yeah, and everybody just taking 2 here. 3 free cards from Scylla.
Yeah. That makes sense. This board state's a little precarious.
Wow, maybe I should play Braids.
Braids is brutal. Braids is pretty brutal.
Discarding Dothy Voidwalker. That card does indeed not do anything with Yasharn that it's about to be back on the battlefield.
We all should play Braids. Thank you, Mayor of Splitsville. Also, shout out to chat. We have nearly 70 people watching the stream right now.
That's amazing. If we get one more viewer, we'll be at 69. That'll be nice.
Somebody get your friends.
We'll have to screenshot it when it happens. And here we go. Fauna Shaman being activated. I wonder
discarding
what's
the Yasharn. Back to the command
discarding Yasharn.
Discarding Yasharn?
Yeah.
I guess the treasures are gone. Who needs it?
It's already happened, so now we're just going for something bigger and better.
Connor's just going to try and win here, I think. We'll see what he gets. We'll see what he gets. Predictions, chat. What do you think this is going to be? Another stacks piece? A way to pressure the board? I'm thinking it's going to be pressure. I don't know if a stacks piece is going to do much. Like, the board is already pretty stacked out by the cannon deck. A stacks piece would...
going to be a ballista?
Yeah, I don't know what stacks piece... It could be a ballista. It could be a curse totem effect style thing. Something that limits the cannon activation, the Glenalandra activation. But I don't know if that's the play either. I think...
That then releases Ian, which would be bad.
Yeah, because like there's multiple players that are held back by this Glenalandra. Mike isn't necessarily winning. He's just in a good spot. And let's see.
And is Connor really being held back
Samurai,
by the Glenalandra?
Finhorn Elves? Ooh. I don't know about that one, Scorch. I don't know.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, it's Aerial Extortionist.
Let's go.
I knew it. It was a card to start putting some pressure on the board. So we got a 4-power flyer that exiles things when it enters and attacks. Can he cast it? I don't think he can. Did he make land drop yet this turn? I don't think so. Oh, he can cast it. He has the mana. So that's going to be coming down. You can see Ian's hand moving. He is asking not to have his stuff removed. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. That's politics.
East Coast politics, baby. Let's go.
Oh, look at that. He's rolling his sleeves up. He's going in with the talking.
Yeah. He's counting the cards in his hand. Yep, he's giving his case.
Yep.
He's on his lawyer.
Please exile the Glenalandra. You know it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Force him to get it out of here. This is the one way it can happen. But don't.
And we're still having a conversation. We could see it in the hands.
It could be the Archaic.
Scylla's just got the thumbs up. She's chilling. I wonder if it is the Archaic. Honestly, if I were Connor,
I think the Archaic.
I would just hit the cannon or one of Ian's things. I wouldn't hit any of these pieces slowing the board down at all.
I mean, here's what I would do, just because I know I run Aerial Extortionist and my Marisi Naya control, is I'd hit the cannon, and then you can Fauna Shaman next turn to find the Draneth, and then go Draneth and lock out the cannon while it's exiled. Like,
that's a good play, yeah. This is true cEDH politics right now. We're showing our hand.
He just dropped his hand.
We're just showing our hand. We love it. We absolutely love to see the play here.
Ring, Mindbreak Trap, Diabolic. Yep. Interesting.
He's just letting it loose.
So this is gonna exile something and give Connor perfect information on Ian's hand. That's sick. We love that. I wonder if he's blocked the other 2 players or if they're getting to see this as well. Also, shoutouts to Ian for having a very pretty deck. We love that.
Yeah.
East Coast bling, baby.
All
right, I hope this pays off for both of them.
Ian's hand is ready to eat for everyone. Nice.
Facts.
Sharky, we know you only listen to the Miscast as a hate watch because Punt Pals is the best podcast of all time. And if you are a true enjoyer of podcasts, you know that the Miscast is our hated rival and therefore a bad podcast because Punt Pals is the best of all time. So if we don't like it, it's objectively bad. It's just how it works. Speaking of objectively bad,
Connor's tapping for 5, and
here's
there's
a
the Aerial Extortionist.
5-mana creature in cEDH. I'm kidding. It's Aerial Extortionist. It's the card's gonna crack this game wide open, and I wonder what it's gonna hit. Priscilla drawn from Mystic Study, perhaps for the last time. I don't think it's gonna hit any Priscilla's stuff though. I think you might be right, Steven. I think we're gonna see the Kinnan bite the dust here.
It's just, yeah, it's a consistent line of play. It sort of like slows down the Kinnan deck a lot here since there's already so much happening. And if you can follow up into that Drannith next turn, Scylla doesn't have Crom or Rayhan out. And the Malcolm Timna's already done the work for Ian, so...
But it was Talion.
Whoa!
That makes sense. It's a 6-power creature, 7 toughness. Connor's trying to beat everyone down. That makes a lot of sense. And here's the Enlightened Tutor in the end step. Defense grid, just win. Do it. He had another top deck tutor, right? He had a mystical tutor, I think. All right, I'm thinking this is defense grid, draw for turn, go to attacks, draw, cast mystical tutor, get yourself your console, just win. That's what I'm thinking this is. I'm thinking Ian showed his hand and was hoping they didn't see the line. Diabolic Intent in hand. Yeah, he's got it. Tad's pointed out. He's got it. He doesn't even need the mystical tutor. What is that? Grafdigger's Cage.
Grafdigger's Cage.
Oh, I see. Ian might have maybe promised not to win on his turn, perhaps. Could
so
be
you
it.
Just lock out the graveyard. Would that keep Priscilla in check?
Yes, it definitely hurts Priscilla. It definitely hurts Mike. Here's the interesting thing about the Grafdigger's Cage, right? It says you can't cast spells from exile, I believe. Let me pull the card up on the screen.
Creature cards in graveyards and libraries can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. So Grafdiggers would also shut down Kinnan, right? Creatures can't enter from the library.
Correct. I was wondering if it shut down the Aerial Extortionist casts, but it does not. They can still recast their Aerial Extortionist cards.
So it shuts down tutors from library and grave return.
Yeah, I'm wondering also. Yeah, Chad's asking why the Kinnan did not get the Enlightened Tutor as well. I guess Ian paid for that.
Paid?
He might have.
Yeah.
It was in end step.
Was it a mistrigger?
He had all of his mana right before he untapped. I think he had 3. We don't know. There's a video. We'll find out. All right, let's see what he gets. Grafdigger's Cage.
5. Mm-hmm.
Mike responding. We touched a land. Is he going to do it?
Yeah.
Does he have to tap out for Kinnan, though? I don't know if I would do that if I were him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, he'll still have enough to activate the Glenalandra. He can afford.
Oh,
there you go. He's going to counter it.
Using the Glenalandra, yep.
So this is the bait. Let's see.
Who's going to take it?
So Ian, now he's got one of the Glenalandra casts out of the way. He needs one more activation to be gone before he can go for it here. He's going to Psych Rift it. There it is. We saw it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's overloaded, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Did we pay for Wandering Archaic? That's the question. Did we pay for Wandering Archaic? Would you pay for Wandering Archaic here? I think no. I would just sack those treasures in response.
The double Psych Rift would be terrifying.
Yeah, the question is the 2 draws you're going to get and the treasure token you'll refund from Malcolm worth paying 2 mana for? The other thing about the Psych Rift is it puts Zalortha, the battle, back in Mike's hand, which is a super downside for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we'll see.
Well, he could also sacrifice the Glenalandra again. Unless he's responding to the Glenalandra trigger in the first place.
Well, so with the persist trigger on the stack, you can respond by killing the Glenalandra, but you just have to make sure that it's used one activation. So that's why I say it costs 2 spells to remove. And there's Ian paying.
For the archaic.
Looks like no archaic.
And he paid for the archaic and the Ristic because he was at 4 treasures left.
And here's Mike activating Kinnan. Yep, we're activating Kinnan.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
Might have something.
Still has the arcane signet up too for the Glenalandra. Should it survive this somehow?
A heavy pause. What is in the Kinnan activation?
I want to know.
Yeah, it is in the graveyard now, Zach. I think they just have it on the battlefield because effectively that's where it's about to be, potentially.
Yeah, call me Phil Collins because I want to know. Can you show me? Yes.
Oh.
Exclamation.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, and we whiff. No.
Rip.
No, that is tragic. Mike had it all and is now starting to lose. Oh no, it is a whisker, not a whiff. I don't know what I'm talking about, Steven. I didn't even listen to you.
Wow.
It just registered to me that you called the card. And I'm like not seeing it for some reason. Real professional casting here coming out of cEDH crew battles, let me tell you.
So now he's got triple. A lot now. Yeah.
He's got more than triple, right? Because that multiplies with the Kinnan.
Ooh.
Oh, true. So it'd be 6 tuple.
Yeah, this is quite the stack war. So Snap targeting the Malcolm.
Oh.
It's gonna untap 2 lands.
Right.
Now what do we got?
Yeah, they all
got
tap
2 green.
6 each. All right.
Thanks for the follow, everybody. Let's see what this is. Another Kinnan activation? No.
New one? Yep. Yeah. We're gonna
another Kinnan activation. We're just doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just digging.
What do we get here?
We are still on the stack chat of the Grafdigger's Cage, Glenalandra, Cycrift. By the way,
this is
somebody's just coming in.
It's a beautiful thing.
Big time decisions going on right now. It's so nerve-wracking playing into a Kinnan with open mana because you know they're going to activate it in response to you looking at them funny. And you know it's going to be difficult to deal with, and it's going to be unpredictable. You kind of have to run the odds. And Endurance getting revealed. Well, I've never seen the Endurance player win the game, so sorry, Midwest.
Endurance is definitely going to go into Priscilla's graveyard for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's hands down, that's what you're going to hit. The OG Dockside is in there. Mike has Nyx Bloom Agent. He's just going to clone that again. He doesn't need a Dockside.
All right, now we go down. Cycrift Resolve.
Now everyone's picking up their hands.
Glenalandra counters the Grafdigger's Cage.
We've been otherwise blown out, it seems.
Back to 2 lands and a Glenalandra.
Ian's got a Tymna and a treasure token. And this Mana Crypt keeps punching him.
Yep.
Mike notably still keeping his battle, and there the persist trigger resolves, and we have a Glenalandra back on the board for Mike. So yeah, Zach, you were right. It's in his graveyard. He couldn't counter Rift Lauren. So the Rift was with a persist trigger on the stack. So that Glenalandra was still in the graveyard. It wasn't back with a -1/-1 counter yet. They were just kind of shortcutting because they didn't put it in the graveyard. They just put the counter on it. But the game state, it was actually in the graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Going to combat, swinging with Tymna on this free board. Absolutely.
I'm not sure why he put Kinnan back in the command zone instead of in his hand.
Yeah, I agree on that. Seems
maybe it would have put him at maybe it would have put him over anyway, and he didn't want to discard anything from his hand.
I mean, it's not. Yeah.
He does have the endurance to pitch cast still now.
True.
Lauren just thinks it's failure to maintain. We'll see.
I think so too.
Steven agrees. Man, Midwest slacking. That's what they're saying. So now Ian swinging in with Timna. Getting himself a card. I hope.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a conversation happening here.
What the heck do you think Mike is going to do on his turn?
Oh, man, he's still's got so many cards in her hand.
Yeah.
Hmm. I mean, this is one of those moments where you have to sort of predict what the reset is for your opponents, right? Like, all right, how are they gonna reset here? What do I need to worry about? Because I mean, it's really like 2 lands here for Kennen, 3 for Scylla, and then 4 for Yasharn.
Yeah, Connor's in a pretty decent spot here, at least being able to replay his stuff a little more easily.
Yeah.
Well, and also
And
replaying little
he has
things.
to power
that
out for
into the
Gaia's as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Which
We
is
know he's got
inherently
more.
puts him more than. Yeah, he's
No, it's
actually
not
2
necessarily.
turns behind in that regard.
No, he's got 2 creatures in his hand that he can cast right now. He can play the Fauna Shaman and the Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, yep.
And then
He's
he's
3 mana.
he's
That
up
gives
a
him
bunch
2
of.
mana, which allows him to play at least 1 more card.
Well, he can't play. Oh no. So the Plaza Heroes actually he can only play them. He can't play anything else after that unless it's a white creature. Because he'll have to spend the brush land over there on the Pilgrim, and then he'll have to spend the Gaia's Cradle because it's the only other green source, unless he has a land. Oh no, he does, because we haven't seen that forest from Yasharn yet, and I don't think he discarded it. Yeah, so he could potentially play 3
true.
creatures.
Board state's interesting.
There are no IDs allowed, Tad. For no IDs allowed in crew battles. Not allowed. Someone is winning the game. No draws.
All right, so 2 for Kennen. I think they rolled back the putting Kennen into the hand instead of the command zone there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
They've allowed it.
Yeah,
That's on them, honestly. I would have been mean. This is pride on the line, the most important thing in cEDH.
Facts. Speaking of pride, grab yourself a cEDH crew battle t-shirt or crew neck sweatshirt and rep your region. We've got East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, and South.
Is there a link to those that we can put into the chat for people?
There's a QR code on screen right now. I'll throw the link in chat
East
in a
Coast.
second. Mike redeploying his arcane signet and getting some things back. Are we punching the battle with this Glen Alondra? Do you think? Oh, the battle's gone.
Battle's
no,
gone,
the battle went away.
Yeah.
Oh, right, it got
You
bounced.
can recast the battle.
I think
Don't
it
know if
bounced.
you
No,
will,
Ian
but
controlled
you
it.
could.
Would it be bounced?
Yeah.
No, it's up there.
It
It's on
says
top of
own,
Ian's
I'm
board.
pretty sure.
It's up at the top there.
Oh, is it?
Scylla plays a land. Looks like a ancient tomb. No.
Get the ancient tomb before the Yasharn comes back. Do it while you can.
It says owner's hand. You don't control to its owner's hand.
Yeah, but Ian controlled the. I don't know. Does he technically control the battle? I think.
No, it's just attached to him like an aura, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, you do control. Yeah, that's what I thought, Lauren. That's what I thought.
Okay.
Oh no, the battle stays under the control of its owner, says NATO. That's interesting. That stinks for Ian. That stinks for everybody but Mike.
Yeah. Scylla taps the ancient tomb and a duel, floats the colorless for demonic tutor.
Yep. What are we getting here? This is real good for Scylla. This could be a win attempt. She's drawn a few cards. She could have some more mana in that hand. And this could just be Thoracle Consult. Or it could be another value engine, but... Oh, or it could be the Dockside again, but I don't know if that's going to do anything here. It only makes, what, 3?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, makes 3.
And Dockside rears his ugly head again.
Crew battles are the
No,
only kind
actually,
of
he's
battles.
got a cool hat.
He does have a cool hat.
Now I want a battle card for each coast.
That's a good
I
idea.
want a proxy battle for
Ooh.
each coast that flips into something.
Someone in chat, make those. Do it.
That'd be dope. Let's see him.
I'd plug it.
East Coast would definitely become a lighthouse. Just
Scylla
flip
is.
into a land.
Yeah. Scylla's thinking real hard about this.
I believe, Scylla. You'll find the line. Land Lotus Petal. Necro. Born Upon the Wind.
I was like, one of the things I love about this deck after watching Scylla play it in the Mox Masters and then now is that like the timing of when the tutors happen and what she tutors for every time is fascinating. And it's like one of the hardest parts I had with like learning those tutor lines for CDH is like it is not what is it's what you're getting and it's also when is also very important. So this I like this a lot. I like this play.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's also the third tutor for her of this game so far, right? Mystical into Diabolic into Demonic.
Yeah. There's been a lot. Card coming down.
Truly a utility toolbox style deck, if that's the
Cast.
case.
Honestly, I think this is just another Dockside or a Dark Ritual or something. Dark Ritual will be
Now
mana
feels like
neutral, actually. But it could just be a Dockside again. Would also be actually mana negative, but then you'd have a Dockside for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Which Scylla's deck is definitely invested in. No, it'd be mana neutral. Ian's once again got his mana crypt snuck under his land. East Coast Pro Strats.
Got him. That's how we do it.
It's
baby.
basically a land. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
why would
basically
you
land.
not put your mana producer next to your other mana producer?
Exactly.
Just makes sense. A good other
It's a
regions.
0 mana land that taps for 3. Come on. Ooh.
Lion's Eye Diamond.
The Lion's
Whoa.
Eye Diamond.
Okay. Tucking the hand away.
Winning, maybe?
Breach.
Do we see a breach?
There's an endurance in
Yeah.
my hand, though.
Look at a lot of cards in hand. This would be a decent time for the breach. It
But
would be a
how
lot
do
of
we
fuel to
play
pitch.
around endurance? Mystic Remora.
Mystic Remora.
What is that?
It's a Mystic Remora.
Mystic Remora. Interesting.
A bunch of new arts for Mystic Remora recently.
Yeah. Can't recognize them on a glance anymore.
All right. What's next, Scylla? What's next?
So uses the colorless that's been floating off the Ancient Tomb.
We're definitely cooking something. We're chefing it up right now.
Wonder what's gonna
Oh,
happen.
just kidding. We're not cooking anything.
Discarding.
We're passing the turn and leaving mana open.
Discarding Braids, Deathrite Shaman, Land.
And Flooded Strand?
That's what it looks like, yeah. Interesting play, not playing the Deathrite Shaman. I think that's a good idea. You're going to draw some more cards from that Rhystic Study. If you don't already have interaction in hand, you'll probably get some when things start to go off. Or not Rhystic
Something
Study,
tells
Mystic
me
Remora.
this next round is going to be crazy. This next round is something crazy is going to happen, I think.
Nice.
Like, it just feels like that point in the game. 7.
Yeah, Scylla setting her hand down, saying you got 7 cards in hand.
What is this card, Connor? What are you making me read on spell table? Does it register the card? Oh, it's a Sanctum Prelate. Oh, that's hype. Naming 2, so non-creature spells that cost 2 just can't be cast. That's what this says. Welcome to Chapman Midget.
Avacyn's Pilgrim.
Big play coming out of Team South there. So we have Sanctum Prelate straight into Avacyn's Pilgrim and Fauna Shaman. I think we're going to see like a tutor just into another big creature. Yasharon's gone for the rest of the game. I don't think he's getting cast again.
Yeah. That's a strong stacks piece. Okay. Did not know that card existed till now. That's pretty good.
Turn 6.
Good.
Ian, like a boss, not untapping Timna. Doesn't need to. It's a flex.
We just know it's perpetually turned sideways attacking.
Uh-huh.
There's the One Ring.
Nice.
There's the One Ring. All right.
Trigger, fish. Scylla draws.
Eight cards in hand now. I do think Scylla's in a really good spot here. Just got to play around that endurance.
That's a little tough.
It could be tough. You could set it up.
When your graveyard's back.
You could set it up so that you can like start your breach line with a bunch of extra mana and a tutor in hand, and then go for the brain freeze when you get endurance. Just tutor for the brain freeze and start over. That's a viable way to play around the endurance. You could also just have a stifle in your deck list. I don't think Priscilla's on any of those, but that does it. You could bait it by going for a reanimation play that forces Mike to react. There's a bunch of different ways.
Ian drops Malcolm and passes. A very safe turn, very laid back turn here. Still got the one open on the treasure.
We could also see a wheel from Scylla to get rid of that endurance.
Yeah.
And feed that breach. That'd be pretty good. No white though means
Priscilla doesn't already have the breach.
Yeah. No Savine's Reclamation in that deck, so it's a little bit more difficult than most decks with white that are on breach to get that breach back if you wheel it away, but we'll see.
Well, she's green, so there's not exactly not ways. Noxious.
And tapping for 5 here. Replays the Wandering Archaic, yep.
What's up, Kevin? Welcome.
Hey, yo.
All right, here we go. Scylla untapping. Are we paying for fish?
I can't imagine we are.
It really depends, yeah. I feel like if we got the win, there's no way. But if we don't got the win, we're paying for fish.
Well, it's only turn 2.
We do
only
have
turn 2 with the fish, and responding to spells on the stack with fish means you get cards.
Yeah, and winning here does mean fighting through Glenalandra Archmage and Wandering Archaic once more, so it'll be a little difficult to do, even if we can find a line. And then also endurance. It's a lot.
And not to mention the Sanctum Prelate.
How there is no IDs in crew battles. I'm sorry. But we did it, chat. We have 69 viewers. I'm so proud of us all. All right, nobody join or leave.
Oh no, it just spiked.
Too late.
No, it just spiked to 83. Oh god.
GG's.
It's okay. I got a screenshot. We did it.
Good job.
The victory.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Scylla cracks the
Y'all
fetch
are
here.
amazing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Yo, these crew battles are hype, and I'm glad that y'all are digging them.
Chromox? What are we even imprinting here? I feel like a black card would be ideal. Double black for that braids. But what black card is worse than braids that we want to imprint? That's the question.
But braids is in the yard.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't even know what we'd imprint. I would be trying to get a black card in here though if I was Scylla. I think we're crunched on black mana a little bit. And there it is, a meme bet.
Demonic.
That is indeed a black card.
That's a tough one to give up, but fair. If you need the mana, you need the mana. And it's blue too.
I'm not sure if it's very good right now, right? There's the Sanctum Prelate on 2 limits a lot of the things that you can get back from the graveyard and use to win. And then on top of that, the Aerial Extortionist will draw a card every time that she casts one of the exiled spells with meme bet, and that's probably coming down next turn, I would assume.
True. but not exactly the most ideal situation for.
Oh yeah. Also, we are reminded there's a face-up endurance as well. Yeah, I mean, bet definitely does nothing here.
All right, chat. I threw up a prediction for everybody. So who do we think is going to take the W based on this? We're currently turn 6 right now on Scylla. Which coast do you want to win? Right, you can put your prediction into that into the chat. You can also throw your channel points into it if you want. If you do predict correctly, you will get more channel points back. We do not condone gambling on this channel.
I didn't even know you could do this, Steven. Holy crap!
Yeah, nice.
This
Learning
is
something
why.
new every day. Oh, drawing cards.
Birds of
He drew off of
Paradise,
his ring.
Mox, yeah, Bristic.
Disgusting amount of value engines over here.
Mm-hmm.
Someone please put a Zalortha into play. Please. Just kill me with combat.
Swing, swing.
This is where a lot of cEDH games are getting, and why I think like slow and very safe, powerful Esper decks, and also decks like Connor's that are just going to put big creatures into play and beat, are in a really good position right now.
Mm-hmm.
Board states become gummed, and attacking is always free in cEDH. If you have the big creatures, it's free.
Flip on taps with the Fauna Shaman, which is the thing that really worries me here. Yeah, that is the first thing to do. Activate that Fauna Shaman. Discarding that Aerial Extortionist we saw earlier.
Scylla enthusiastically putting the finger gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or an Elish Norn. It's another 5-drop, a potentially worse 5-drop.
Potentially.
Connor says, I'm sick of the docksides. We're not even going to let them build up this time. We've learned our lesson.
No docksides, no clones.
The crazy thing is we can cast this Elish Norn with mana left over.
I hope it happens.
The Elish is also going to open up that Plaza of Heroes to white mana too, which is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
This is indeed also a 4/7 with Vigilance, which means that there will be some punchies happening. I'll finally get to see my punchies. I paid for the punchies, damn it. I want to see the punchies.
That's what I paid for too. God.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ancient Tomb.
Y'all paid?
Ancient Tomb notably dealing 2 damage to Connor instead of making him pay life.
Nice.
Leaving enough mana open to crack that Plaza Heroes and protect his Elish Norn too. The Ancient Tomb plus the Plaza and the Avacyn's Pilgrim.
We'd love to see it.
Turn 7 for Ian here. Rolls for Crypt.
Yeah, Plaza, I feel like a little bit of an underrated card in green stacks decks.
Yes, I love Plaza of Heroes. People
great.
Forget about it, and it's so like a little hidden protection piece.
It's so hard to play around too. You have to like swat it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there goes the sleeves.
The sleeves are both up now. Ian's in mega serious pirate mode. 3 attacks.
Do you think he's gonna go for the win?
I wonder who this 1/1 is going at. If I were Ian, I would send this 1/1 spirit at Mike and dare him to trade with Glen Elandra.
What a cute card. 1/1 flash flying spirit pirate.
Yeah, it's
Adorable.
a sweet card. Mm-hmm. It's like a little Thrasios.
And he lets you draw cards.
Yeah, he's pay for draw a card, sure.
Higher in the chat from the West Coast, rooting for the Midwest because he's also a Kinnan and playing with power enjoyer. A little bit of conflict of interest there. I'm calling him out. I'm calling him out. Let's see what he cooks up. Let's see what Ian casts here. He notably has not activated this One Ring, which I think is a little bit sus.
He did it once.
Yeah, but
he's done it once. But
normally the play pattern is to do it in your draw step in case you get any top deck tutors. I know he has one of them in his hand already, and one of them's been spent. He might be intentionally playing around his mystical tutor though, with this One Ring. He might be setting something up. This Drannith could be bait, or he could be holding up for interaction.
Yeah, this Drannith feels a little baity. Kennan's already on board. Scylla doesn't need Rayhan or Crom right now. Like, it doesn't seem like your Sharon's going to come back. Aerial Extortionist was discarded. Like, what
I think it's really just to keep the Crom off the board at this point.
I do think keeping a 4/4 flyer off the board at this stage in the game is not the worst thing for 2 mana. There's a Fairy Mastermind. So many creatures coming down. We already had a board wipe, and they're just all back already. I feel like Damn is an underplayed card in situations like this.
Passes the turn. I also love that Ian's like, okay, so I can't do 2 CMC non-creature spells, but what about 2 CMC creature spells?
I feel like this Mastermind is going to get him a lot of value too. Scylla's got 2 draw engines in play.
Yeah.
Higher saying he's born in Minnesota. I'll allow it. I forgive you.
Hot Dog asking, why didn't we flash in Fairy? Good question. It's a flex, I'm telling you. East Coast flex. We don't untap our Timnas. We don't flash in Fairy Masterminds, okay? This is how we roll on the East Coast.
Yeah,
he could have played it. He could have played it now just while players were a little bit more constrained on mana.
We play our crypts as lands, all right?
Because I imagine playing it while people have more lands untapped is going to lead to other people responding, casting spells into the draw engines. Might be better just to play it when you know people aren't doing stuff because you just scouted with a Drannith Magistrate.
And then you have guaranteed that they either play around it or give you cards.
Yeah. Zach pointing out, too, he might have had to discard the Fairy Mastermind to hand size otherwise. A good time, once again, to mention that Crew Battles are brought to you by All Trades Media, LLC, our wonderful and amazing sponsor. They make really cool tokens like the one that Ian has right there, this amazing treasure token. If you want to get your hands on some of them yourself, you can scan this QR code in the chat and head over to Ryan's shop. I'll post the link as well so that you can click on that. Oh, Ryan already posted the link. He's way ahead of me. So check that out. Get yourself some tokens. They're designed for webcam play. They're super easy to use, and they're super, super, super visible on webcam. It's amazing. I love them. My favorite one is the big giant pass priority token that you see me pointing to in videos. It's sweet.
My favorite is Ishin, which is just this really simple samurai ink art. It's magnifique.
Ian, activating the One Ring here. No tutor cast before it. He's just going for it.
Well, no, the Invasion of Ikoria is on the stack for 4. X
yeah.
2. Yeah, so...
This might be an oof. Nope, it's from the graveyard. It's the copy.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be a second Glen Alondra Archmage.
What if it's a second Sanctum Prolate?
You could also Elish Norn to shut down the Elish Norn. That's the irony of cloning it.
I don't know if using it for the double ETBs.
That work?
Yeah, that would work. I don't know if it's for the double ETBs,
that
though.
works through... But it would also shut off the double ETBs of Norn.
I don't know if he's using it for the double ETBs. I wonder, can he even cast the battle through the Sanctum Prelate on 2? I guess so, because it's not 2 on the stack. back at 69 viewers. Great job, everybody.
We did
Excellent
it.
work, team.
It seems like that's where we need to stabilize. Battle is
cast
an
it and-
ETB effect. Ah! Is battle is
it is an ETB effect. Wow. He got.
Wow.
Got got by the Elishnorn. What's this card he's put into play here?
Bird of Paradise?
Looks like it's a Bird of Paradise.
Yeah.
Dang. The
That
South
isn't
getting them with the
Yeah, that
onboard
is an
stacks piece.
fortunate misplay.
Elishnorn notably turns off all enters the battlefield abilities, not just that of creatures, and doubles all enter the battlefield abilities, not just that of creatures. Hey, Steven, doesn't that work for lands?
It do. That is do.
That's crazy. Steven and I are both
What a
mono white.
concept.
Yeah, mono white landfall enjoyers and casual commander. We love mono white landfall. And Elishnorn
Listen,
is really good.
I've already moved to Osier Talk. That thing is a board state in a box, my lord.
Yeah, I've moved on to that too. I played my first couple games with it this week, and it was so fun. The deck is
We
amazing.
have to talk about it. We'll talk about it off stream.
Well, yeah, we'll can it. We'll save it for later. Scylla, untapping, paying for the fish, notably here.
I mean, so Scylla's got the invasion for 6, which could still be flipped. It just didn't go get anything. Still have the Lion's Eye Diamond.
Getting a Zalortha, still very good for Mike here.
Wonderful.
It's a 9/9 that says your creatures deal combat damage as though they're not blocked. Ye old rocks.
Oh.
We are just approaching 80 minutes of game time. So if this was a tournament game, they would be going to draw here probably. But this ain't a tournament game. This is crew battles. This is a cage match,
here for
ladies
blood.
and gentlemen.
It is, yeah. This is a cage match.
Yeah, they are indeed here for blood. No one leaves until only one remains. Soul Ring coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's Elder Drunken Highlander. There can only be one.
It's true. It's true.
I mean, can Scylla even
this
go
had,
through a
like-
breach line with the Elishnorn out? That's the question.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, like, so now what's the... I love all the value pieces being dropped down here, but where's the... Where's the
Snap
end?
Elishnorn begin?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Scorer saying he simulated 29 Rogsai games in his mind during the duration of this game and is now 29-0 on Rogsai. Truly.
Yeah, that's right. You can't even breach, can't even snap. Sanctum Prelate shutting down all 2 manas.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
nothing.
oh shit! Yeah,
Cyclonic
board
Rift
is fucked.
Cyclonic Rift is her only hope, I think.
Well, even
That's also
Cyclops
2 mana.
too. Yeah.
Oh my god, you're right. Toxic Deluge, save us?
Yeah, Toxic Deluge could probably do it.
Ooh, a Culling Rit. Oh, I'd love a Culling Ritual right now.
That'd be so nice.
A
It
Culling
wouldn't get the
Ritual would feel
Elishnorn.
so good. But you might be able to cast something that could get the Elishnorn.
Here's what you do. You manually brain freeze Connor, wheel. He dies. His permanents go away.
Odom.
Oh, you can't even
Odawara
manually
is a-
brain freeze. Sanctum Prelate on 2. He's got us. Too good. Yeah, Tad pointing out Odawara.
Yeah. Ours not bad.
Yeah, Odawara.
Going to
Not
combat,
to mention
swinging with our
there's also
4/7
still
vigilance.
Right at Scylla. Yep.
Yep.
Toxic Deluge, I think one of the only outs here, and that notably requires paying 7 life. So Scylla definitely the one to be hitting. Ian casting this tutor now?
Not to mention there is a Wandering Archaic on the board as well. So any
No, STP. On the Glenalandra?
Are you paying for everything?
Paying for the Archaic?
Yeah, paying for the Archaic, I'm certain.
For sure.
Doesn't want his Draneth gone. Actually, would it hit Draneth? It
Mastermind.
probably just hit Timna. He's drawing his card from Mastermind. I think this is targeting Glenalandra. Ian's going for it here. I'm very excited to see Rogsai chat popping off about Rogsai right now. I'm very excited to see it in Game 4. Is it Game 4?
The 7 virtues of Rogsai.
Yeah, it's Game
1.
4.
Punt.
Punt, Storm, Mauled, Kingmake, Die to Console, Final Fortune to leave game, Yap is death. The 7 virtues of Rogsai. Zane's gonna be playing Rogsai in round 4 of Crew Battles. He'll be repping that for Team West Coast. So we will definitely see some hardcore Rogsai gaming occurring on April 3rd. That's when that one will be taking place.
Feels like there's a conversation at the table happening around the swords.
Yeah, I think we're yapping. I think we're trying to convince Ian not to hit the Glen Alondra and just win. And I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see how that goes for them.
Really hard sell, yeah.
Yeah. Some information might have to be revealed here, but then in that case, you might just be telling Ian what he has to play around. We're seeing some thumbs coming up in the chat.
And yes, the no ETBs means that we do not get an endurance to save the day anymore.
Yep, swords hitting the Glen Alondra.
Yeah, that was expected.
Nah, I'd win, says Ian. Do it. We could see East Coast take this within a reasonable round timer for a tournament too. I might add.
Roll for Crypt.
They lose again. Oh, this Mana Crypt hates him. Oh, he only lost 2 life there? He needs to lose 1 more life.
Misclick. Unless that was for the One Ring.
That was for the One Ring. He must have won his Mana Crypt trigger. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, good for you, Ian. I'm glad you finally got one.
Not being murdered by your Mana Crypt is always a plus.
What's your opinion on Mana Crypt, chat? Is it evens bad or odds or I'm safe? I say evens bad because evens is heads on most coin flip things for dice, and head hurts. And
I think evens because evens gives you the 4 dot, and 4 is for squares, and squares hurt.
Chat arguing that odds is pun. You can say odds are. I don't get hit.
Odds is damage. I'm a chat.
Nah, the oddballs are great.
Yeah, Kevin's evens I perish too.
Yeah,
the whole crew is
Highlander.
in agreement. Egonjo! Oh my god, we're Egonjoing.
Alright, so Ian goes to combat, swings Timna, Malcolm, Fairy, Mastermind, and the 1/1 Pirate Spirit. And it looks like we have an Egonjo in response to the attack.
I wonder what this is hitting. Probably Timna. Oh no, it's hitting Malcolm?
Yeah, hitting Malcolm.
Yeah.
I think Ian's already got the cards to deny the mana, right? Because it'll be 2 treasure. Yeah.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, it would have been 2 treasures because of the Spectral Pirate.
We've seen the draw 3.
Yep.
Does he have it? That is quite the mitt that he's got his hands on right there. It's a lot of cards. Oh, a Gemstone Caverns? He's showing off? Or is that a Cavern of Souls? I think that was Gemstone. Some kind of cavern-based land.
What's he gonna do?
I really want all the caverns to be errated to be caves. So all of a sudden, Cavern of Souls becomes land type cave.
We don't need that card to be better. All right, Ian definitely trying to win this turn. That's a 1 ring activation main phase. He's looking at his cards, thinking, "Can I get there?"
Got the shrine, shocked in.
He was looking for colors. It looks like. Yeah, the Malcolm removal might have been the right choice there from Connor.
Really stunted him.
You can't at me like this, hot dog. This is my hill and I'll die on it, okay? I need more caves to enter. Damn.
All right, Ian. What spell are you casting here with the mana that you're sorting out? What 2-drop that doesn't get countered by a Sanctum Prelate is this? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's Grand Abolisher.
Oh, no.
Nah, I'd win,
Shit,
says Ian. Let's go. Let's see it.
Scylla draws off the
He
Ristic.
just said, attempt to stop me, I dare you. Tough. That is tough for the table. Oh well, East Coast, Beast Coast.
This is crazy. Oh, but we have a response here
Ooh.
from
Still
Scylla.
tapping 3.
Mindbreak Trap.
Mindbreak
Hard
Trap!
casting. Mindbreak Trap.
Yep.
Whoa. That's desperate.
It is, but you gotta do what you
gotta
gotta
do what you
do
gotta
when the
do.
Grand Abolisher goes on the stack. We've learned from the cEDH community in the last month and a half or so that you can't believe them when they say they don't have win in hand and they put that on the stack. You can't believe them. You can't trust them.
I'm guessing Scylla also gives Kennen a copy of that Mindbreak Trap as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm certain.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why would you not?
Yeah.
Play around 2.
Now Ian's got to consider his life choices. Is this still his window? It is possible Mindbreak Trap was the only answer here that his opponents had, but it's also possible they got more things. So a lot of cards in hand now. Endurance is shut off. We know most of Mike's hand, I think, is from that Psych Rift. He might have like 2 mystery cards, I believe. We have no idea what Scylla has. She could have way more. We haven't seen any free interaction or any interaction at all from her.
Mindbreak Trap resolves. Grand Abolisher exiled off the stack.
Now, are we still going for it, Ian?
Ian tapping 4.
Is that Teferi?
Yeah, that's the
Oh my
Teferi
God.
Time Raveler.
Sure, we just have another one? We just have a second to silence effect. Sure.
Wow.
Scylla checking her hands just to make sure.
Draws off the fish and the Ristic.
We're seeing another amazing token from our wonderful sponsor, Original Print Proxies. I'm gonna throw the old QR code up one more time. Scan that puppy if you want to get yourself some real nice, legible, easy to see webcam tokens. I'm gonna beat Ryan with the link this time. No! Oh, he beat me with the link. Curses. They're super, super easy to read over webcam, and they are super, super affordable and just so convenient to carry around. They're the same size as Magic cards. You can sleeve them. They're just wonderful. That big C representing a floating colorless mana right now. Let me throw the merch link in the chat for you, Diggles. We had the code up earlier.
Yeah,
and we do have quite a lot of apparel if you want to rep your team for crew battles. We have our bonfire store with a crew battles crew neck, actually, for each team, and a generic crew battles logo shirt as well. So if you want to have some crew battles apparel, you can check out the shop.
Let them while they last, because they're going away on 4/20.
And it
no
looks like this
ulterior
Teferi
motives on that one at all.
Yeah. Looks like Teferi resolves.
Oh, that's gonna be rough for the board.
And there's a Cabal ritual. Here we go.
He's digging. Can't cast that. Well, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Nope, it's gone.
Nope. Yep, can't
Activated
cast it.
Teferi. Got rid of the Sanctum Prelate.
Yeah, the Sanctum Prelate's gone.
The Sanctum Prelate's.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Prelate's gone.
And there it is.
Wandering Arcade gets a copy of the Cabal Writ.
So now Mike has mana, but not Kinnan mana. But it could be like delay mana. But unfortunately, he can't cast spells. We do not currently have deck lists, but I will be posting them all on our socials tomorrow. If you want to see deck lists, though, you can check the Twitter links for each player's favorite deck list and their player profiles. Those are all on our Twitter right now. Hey, we're back at 69 viewers. Chat, you're so good at this game.
And we just broke our 90-minute timer.
Let's go.
We had about 10 minutes
This
of
game
stream
has
time,
been quite
so
epic.
this is just
True,
about
true.
where a tournament game would be ending. We'd probably be in time right now on Ian's turn. So we'll see if he can clinch it this turn. If not, and your team loses, you can cope and said it should have been a draw.
That's the most East Coast thing you could have said, Josh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'll be doing if Ian doesn't win here.
5 black mana. There's the Diabolic Intent. Goes down to 3. Sack the poor Spirit Pirate. Yep.
Yep.
Search for answer? Question mark.
That's the one to get rid of.
Scylla draws 2.
What do you think Scylla can even do here? We can Otawara if we crack the LED, but then Ian just changes phases. Like, the window to crack the LED is super limited. That bird's is summoning sick, correct? I think so.
Is it?
Yeah,
Came down last turn.
I think so.
Okay. I don't know. These turns have been quite epic as of late.
He does have the mana to channel an Otawara, that's true. He's getting the tutor. Will a channeled Otawara matter? That's the question. If this is just a like bounce Elish Norn Thoracle Consult line, it might not actually matter. Ian didn't pay. Mike's tutoring right now, Lauren. His resolves first, so he's got his card. I think you're right, Steven. It is most certainly Otawara. Otawara the Teferi, unlock Scylla, see if we can stop this madness. Yeah, Zach, yeah, you're reading my mind, Zach. Absolutely reading my mind. All right, let's see what Ian gets here. Esper, notably weak to effects like Otawara with no deflecting SWAT to change that target. There's a lot less that those colors can do.
Ian asking cards in graveyards.
Does
Still
that mean,
highlighting that demonic tutor.
Does that mean meme bet is his win con? That might work. That might give him the interaction to fight through Scylla. His line's really limited here by his mana. He's very constricted on mana right now. Like, he could go for a meme bet, but then if he does go for a meme bet, he'll only have 1 black mana remaining. Otawara on his Teferi, and he's got to fight. Yeah, Manila, you know we had to put the waffle in the South.
I love the waffle.
Freedom Waffle being on Team West Coast is no relation whatsoever. The South, there's so many like Waffle House playmats and themed things in the South. Connor's got one literally right now. We couldn't not.
It is my favorite playmat, probably of all time.
It's great.
It's a feast for the eyes.
Yeah.
One more time in the chat, if you wanted to check out the apparel, you can use that link to go get yourself a Team South Waffle House t-shirt. Waffle Home, as Manila Midget is saying.
I kind of want to see by the end of crew battles which team has the most support from the shirt merch, you know?
Right now it's Team East Coast. East Coast has sold the most right now. The East Coast.
Well, Diggle just said he's gonna get a waffle, or Diggle just said he's gonna get a pink West Coast shirt. So
we love that. We love that. Comedian is indeed Team East Coast. We got Comedian on Team East Coast, playing with power. Mike on Team Midwest. Priscilla on Team West Coast, and then Connor on Team South, the hometown hero from other Drunken Highlander. Also,
One
apparently,
of our
the
Tea Party
underdog.
queens.
I don't know. Did he tutor for Dark Ritual? I was too busy hyping up Connor. It looks like he might have, or potentially he had it in hand. Is he nosing at 16? What's he doing here? Let's see if this resolves.
You know, go big or go home.
Mike,
Get
letting it
nauseated.
resolve.
Back up to 5. Ooh.
What are we doing here?
It can't be an Adnos at 16. It can't be.
No, it's not. That was a joke.
Do it.
Are we getting storm
Do it.
count up for something? Or are we just pivoting on the fly because of the Otawara juke coming out from Mike?
Game is nuts.
Ian has so many cards in hand.
I know. But do any of
no
them
answers.
win the game?
Yeah, like
Teferi pass would be catastrophic here. Yogwill! All right,
Yog-
Ian.
Oh, okay, he's going deeper. He's like, I'm already in the hole. I can't
look
go
at
back
that. Showing it off to the camera.
now.
There's the nuts. Check him out, he says. Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual.
What are you gonna do with it?
The tutoring for Dark Ritual
Ritual
line is
Cabal?
so much more clear now with the Yogwill being an option. It makes so much more sense.
Just wanted to make sure it was the proper run.
Yeah,
Scylla draws another 2.
I think this is indeed the Otawara window for Mike. Let's see if he does it. This is it. You fight over this Yogwill, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, you definitely have to fight over this Yogwill.
Or do you wait and let Scylla get some cards? The thing is, Mike might be invested in seeing if Ian just bricks here, because if he does, Mike gets a Teferi turn. Depends on how risky he wants to be. He could also be cooking a cannon activation with a Spirit Guide in hand. That could be the other thing he tutored. It might be a Spirit Guide.
I mean, with 6 black mana from a Wandering Archaic still floating, yeah, it could be.
We're about to see what it is.
Ooh.
Something is being put on the stack right now.
I mean, he's got. Is he
Ooh.
Kinnan mana? No, he's one short for Kinnan mana.
It's
right?
There it is,
Yep,
baby.
there's the
Yeah.
Otawara.
Look at that blinged out Otawara right there. Some Midwest bling.
Love that.
Otawara almost certainly targeting the Teferi.
100%.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep.
Bye-bye,
Very
Teferi. And Scylla is unlocked. She's unleashed. Handful of counterspells. Let's see him get put on the stack. So we're back to Yogwill on the stack. Can she react?
Yeah, the Archaic as
Oh,
the
Burns was
Archaic
not
also
something
still
sick.
being on the board makes things tough.
Yeah, Ian's hacked here.
Yep, there's the Swan Song.
That's a bird.
Yeah.
Wandering
The Archaic
Wait,
also gives-
Flusterstorm?
Oh,
Flusterstorm?
Oh,
Flusterstorm! That's one of the ways you beat
Okay.
Wandering Archaic.
can't copy the copies. Ooh.
I think it might copy the Storm Trigger still, though.
No, because I thought Storm says as long as it's not a copy, you can make copies. So it can't make copies if it's a copy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Copy just lost all meaning.
So he's got the mana to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
think you have to pay for it here. But then it's sort of like, then the Yogg resolves without anything to do with it.
Well, he's got Dark Ritual. So he can Dark Writ, go up to 3, Cabal Writ, go up to 6. And then from there
Wait,
he can
no,
cook.
He has to spend this 2 floating black to pay for that Wandering Archaic, right?
No, the Wandering Archaic's he's not gonna pay for it, and it's just gonna copy the Flusterstorm, and he's gonna pay 1.
I see.
Yeah.
And copy the Flusterstorm and put it on the Yogwill. That is true. Well, it's just the extra 1 mana, but it's something.
And then his second choke point is gonna be the recast of this Dark Ritual. He's gonna have to pray for no missteps. Unless he's got free interaction. But then, nope, then the Wandering Archaic's gonna beat it. Yeah, he's gotta pray for no missteps.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tight window, Ian.
Oh.
At least it's not to
Is it
fairy
still
pass.
going?
Something to point out here. Scylla here, keeping Ian held back. Ian is Scylla's cEDH coach. She's one of his clients. So this is truly a master versus student moment right here.
Wow. It's like that anime with the card game.
I wonder if Ian's upset or proud. Maybe he's saying, like, please don't do it. And she's like, no, you taught me to do this.
We're having a full Anakin moment.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
You underestimate my power.
Uh-huh.
Swan Song do be a form of the high ground.
Portable high ground. Let's go. I wish we could listen in on their conversation.
We can. You can. You can go in there and see it. I can't. Because it'll break OBS. You can ask
I
them.
want to experience it with y'all.
But here's the Swan Song conversation. I feel like Mike has something else, and they're trying to get him to use it. Nope, it's resolving. Ian's paying the one.
Oh, that was the Flusterstorm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He did get a Swan Song copy. But there's a lot of Storm on the stack right now.
Yeah, that's unstoppable levels of Storm.
Yeah. Scylla is playing really well right now, Billy. You're right. Mike still does have the endurance that's unlocked now. That's the other problem. But Ian could be...
Every time a problem is dealt with, another one opens up.
The thing is, you can respond to endurance with the rituals still. Oh, yeah, no, Ellistorm's still there.
Flusterstorm is back on.
Yeah.
Lauren, you're trying to bait me. That's what you're trying to do.
Actually, no. Flusterstorm isn't back on. There's only one black open. Ian needs that dark ritual line so bad.
That's true. Connor does have Fauna Shaman for endurance.
I was about to say that we're sort of forgetting that, like, there is the Fauna Shaman activation to tutor for anything if need be.
I wonder if Connor's on.
Does he have the colored mana for it though?
Yeah, the Plaza gives him the green, and he's got the Brushland.
Okay, so Connor's just sitting back waiting.
I think so.
He's chilling, he's vibing. Connor is a very patient player, I will say. He's the type of stacks player that's very content to let you forget that he's in the game until he blows you out with some random thing from his hand.
See, that's how you're supposed to play stacks. Not all boisterously staxing them out. Keep it chill. Slow the game down. Play it out.
So here's a Chain of Vapor. What is this hitting? The Battle? That's what Mike's is hitting.
Okay.
That makes sense.
The Yogg-Will? Because you can't recast the Yogg-Will if...
Is it hitting the Elish Norn so that we can endurance?
I will also say, chat, the Plaza does make green because of the Gaia's Cradle, which is a legendary permanent.
And Connor, notably speaking of the Plaza,
not
cracking it.
Gaia's is colorless though.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter anymore. Elish Norn is gone.
It was the Norn. Elish Norn bounced back to hand.
Notably not using the Plaza Heroes to protect it. I think Connor knows he'd rather have a card in hand for Fauna Shaman. He'd rather have that endurance online for Mike. Yeah, I think Connor's still chilling here. I think he's still sitting pretty. This is as good a spot as he can be. And everybody's got a ton of cards in hand. I think they'll be capable of stopping each other with his Safari no longer on the board. I don't think it's entirely unlikely that Connor gets a turn here. And we're sacking. We're bouncing the Kinnan. There it goes. It really does. And there's the endurance. Ian pleading with his hands, saying, come on. Please don't endurance me.
It's happening.
It is indeed happening.
I agree with chat. This does feel like Priscilla's game now.
100%. Kinnan was the green card to pitch, it looks like. No, I don't know if that was it. Doesn't look like Kinnan. Dang. All right, remember what I said earlier, chat? All 69 of you, that if Ian doesn't win here, we technically have gone to time during his turn, so this game would have been a draw. Well, it's time to get your cope out. It's time to start coping. Ian playing Jeweled Lotus.
Oh,
Lotus. Priscilla drawing.
I don't think that does anything though.
Not enough to get Malcolm back. I think he's just putting stuff down. Changing outcast, he doesn't have to discard it. Another draw for Scylla. Oh no. She's just going. She's just getting the cards. I don't think Ian cares if he's feeding Scylla. He's here to try and untap and win. It's everyone else's responsibility to stop Scylla now.
Yeah.
They all stopped him, so now he's just like, well, now do your best.
Now we're discarding cards. All right, East Coast fans, are we ready to cope? Game would have been a draw. Doesn't matter. Anything after this point is invalid unless it gets back to Ian's turn and he wins, in which case game was super, super valid, super important.
And plays a land. What is there to do? 6 mana.
Can't even activate Cannon if he plays it. Not the best place to be. No, yes he can. I'm a liar.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to count. I have a degree in creative writing, not mathematics. Just a fun fact. All right, let's see if Midwest can get some action going. Are we going to see a main phase Kinnan activation? I don't think this is the time for a main phase Kinnan activation.
Is it because the board is on the verge of collapsing into a black hole of somebody's win?
I don't think Scylla's facing lethal, Lauren. Just 6 damage, or just 4 damage that can come out of Mike right here. She definitely isn't getting another turn after the one that she gets here. Assuming Mike doesn't just insta-win.
I'm dang.
East Coast Copers, if you want to have the East Coast win something tonight, you can get some of the East Coast merch over here at our bonfire. We're trying to see which coast gets the most for each thing. I think East Coast is actually currently winning. Last I checked, right before this stream started. So if you want to make sure that stays that way, click the link, get yourself some East Coast Cope shirts, a crew neck for crew battles, if you will.
East Copium.
East Cope. Can we make that? Can we make an East Cope shirt?
I want an East Cope shirt so bad.
East Cope shirt. It'll be the next one.
Yeah, we'll get graphic designer Austin on it. He's going.
7. We do have. Oh, we're replaying the invasion now. The Elishorn's off the board.
It's a spirit, or not spirit. What's the other thing? Well, it is a spirit, but it's what's the name of the Seaport Muse? That thing. That's what I meant to say. Wow, Grandma's favorite O2er hat. That's fire. I don't know whose merch that is, but they're amazing. We do have a West Coast cEDH shirt. Something we got.
They're all in the shop.
The South will glaze again, says Scores. Ooh, no.
I
No
gotta say,
Seedborn Muse, says Scylla. This is indeed her game to lose.
This is
She does
Scylla's
not want to
game.
lose it to a Seedborn Muse. Force of Will on the stack. Pitching a Gilded Drake.
Damn.
Paying
Yeah,
for the
Scylla's
Wandering
hand
Archaic,
is
it looks
insane.
like.
Jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. What's gonna happen?
Look, yeah. Still, it's like, look at how many cards I have in my hand.
Yeah, you can see the come on from the hands too. Bring it.
Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Is this the fight back meme?
This is she's being taken down for 4 here. This is the like meekly punching her in the stomach before he passes and dies. That's what this is. Here we go. We're untapping. All right, Scylla, let's see it. Let's see the big money. We have to play through a fat stack of cards in Ian's hand. I don't think he's going to be fighting as hard as he could for his stuff when he could be also passing and trying to untap again. We have to play through Fauna Shaman with a creature in hand from Connor. He could put an Avid Mind Sensor. He could put in his own Endurance. I'm not sure what Mike has. Probably nothing. But there are still things we have to play around. It's not a perfect W for Scylla. Yeah, Ian's got a stacked 7-card hand. I'm out of tea. This is a tragedy.
Tragedy.
I'm going through an entire pot of tea.
Mana, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Scylla's got 12 mana without the LED.
Yikes.
That is kind of crazy.
We'll start for 2 and a Diabolic Intent. Rip the bird.
Can Mike copy
And Scylla's
it?
not gonna crack the. I don't think Scylla's gonna crack the Lion's Eye until the win.
Yeah, not in response to this, no. Not letting Mike get his own tutor. She learned the lesson from Ian. Paying for that soldering. This truly is teacher versus student. Ian teaching the lesson of pay for Wandering Archaic on your Diabolic Intent, Scylla. Scylla listening, learning, adapting, and overcoming.
Real Batman Nightwing moment.
Yeah, he's got a brush land, Lauren. He can't activate Fauna Shaman. I guess then he doesn't have the mana to put in Aven Mind Sensor.
Heroes.
Plaza does not make any
tap.
colors.
Not anymore, not with the Elish one off the board.
Yeah, I guess he's just got Endurance.
Rip. That is tough. That is real tough.
This is the second card in his hand is Aven Mind Sensor, but no, he would have used it. I don't know if Ian would have used his Counter Magic Lauren. He was tight on mana there, and there's a Wandering Archaic, so Counter Magic was more or less useless outside of that Flusterstorm. I think it's very possible that Ian is cooking a few counter spells in his hand. This is not the window to use them, right? Scylla has a ton of mana. There's no Grand Abolisher. The most we're going to see in that vein is a Veil of Summer, which is a lot easier to fight over.
Mana Crypt for Scylla. Lotus Petal.
That's so much mana. Good lord. Girl, they're already dead. Relax.
There's no such thing as too much mana. Let's fucking go! Mana rocks go burr!
Oh, man.
This is insane. We're gonna see like manual fireball with all this mana or something. So I'm sure.
Entomb.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Are we gonna see a Cauldron line?
Oh.
Mike getting a copy of this Entomb.
Yard?
Are we gonna see an Agatha's Soul Cauldron line? I wonder if Mike's got a flashback spell he can cast for free. Definitely not. Those don't exist. She did exile the land instead of putting a grave. I don't think it matters too much. If she plays a breach, we'll send Sheriff Austin in there to see if that was on purpose or not. This game is going to be a pain to edit. What have I done?
Yeah. Good luck.
That's true. There is a white card where you tap fleet creatures to flashback, but it is A, white, and B, prevents combat damage. So I think that's, I think it's someone. Strands of. Oh, Ian has. I told you guys. Ian's got the interaction. There's the mental misstep.
What did he play? Oh, mental misstep. Oh shit.
Yes, there'll be edited videos of all of the games on our YouTube channel coming next week. We'll slow roll them out over the course of the month.
Mental misstep. Yeah, targeting the Entomb.
That's going to be Wandering Archaic as well.
Priscilla draws.
Nice.
Gets countered.
Down it goes. All right, time to pivot.
Fairy Mastermind trigger. Ian draws.
Yeah, I'm not sure what card he put in his grave. I don't think it matters.
Let's go.
God. Let's fucking go.
So happy.
I can see why she kept dropping rocks now.
Nasty, disgusting, gross. It's a culling ritual. This is a lot of mana
to me?
and a dead Kinnan. And we've paid the 2 with the Ancient Tomb. That Ancient Tomb getting us.
And a dead Granith. And a dead...
So no copy of Culling Ritual for Mike. She did indeed pay for Wandering Cave with that Ancient Tomb. No copy for Mike.
Well, yeah, because Mike's would go off first, and that would be very bad.
It's not what you want.
I believe it's 16, 17 if she lets the LED die to it.
Jesus.
1,
I would let the LED die to
3,
it.
Mind Break Trap from Ian,
4.
though.
Oh!
And of course he's not paying for Wandering Archaic. No, why would he?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Dang, I told you guys. Maybe I was too soon to call East Cope. Maybe I was too soon.
This game has twists and turns. And
I'm gagged. I'm gooped.
I'm guffawed.
I'm guffawed.
Hog cranking time, says Nilovich. We're going to untap for the Yashard deck, maybe?
Oh my gosh. I didn't think we would get this far in this turn order for this round. I really didn't. Y'all think Ian's gonna get another turn?
Maybe. Could be. So many friends in chat right now.
Yeah, chat is popping off right now.
It still might be over. There's the Underworld Breach. There's a Dranith in play.
Oh.
But...
yeah, that's what the culling ritual was probably for.
Scylla probably has more stuff for the Dranith.
Dranith Magic Rate.
Ian, making sure we all know.
There
it is. I don't know what that card is, Ian. It's not in a language that I can read, sadly. So I hope it's helpful for you on the board.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Damn.
But we're short mana?
There's always a...
we're short mana. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. We're activating it.
Yep. Another Otawara. That is third Otawara.
LED is on the battlefield, too.
Elvish Spirits. There's the Spirit Guide to cast the Otawara. Yep.
We love that. All right, Sheriff Austin, you might have to go remind Scylla that she has an extra card in her graveyard.
Which card was it again, guys?
The one that was exiled for Mox Diamond instead of discarded. Here we go. Yeah, we'll see if Connor's got endurance.
Yeah.
I think that card would have to be... he'd have to have a green card in his hand is the thing. And he's really constrained.
Does Scylla remember what she pitched to the mocks? Yeah, there it is. Yep.
All right, sweet. Good job, Sheriff Austin. Chat is ready for the Isharn player to untap. They're spamming Crank.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
Well, Mike seems to have fixed the glare. We love that.
Traineth back to hand.
All right, Scylla, what you got? Looks like it's not a assurance from the hog, or the endurance from the hog. No, the endurance is in the graveyard. It's been used. It's been spent. It stopped Ian from winning.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. Shaman activation. Are we gonna see a second endurance?
Two copies of endurance.
We're ditching the. No, we don't have a green spell in hand. That's the Sanctum Prelate. The other card is the Elish Norn.
So what does the white one do?
Well, he doesn't. It's gonna be Solitude. That Solitude doesn't do anything here. Oh no, he has 2 cards. He has a second card still. This still could be endurance.
There's a chance.
I think he was waiting a little bit longer to see if his opponents had more spells, if Ian sandbagged a third piece of interaction. He had to pass to Ian in priority. As first in priority, I don't think it behooves him. That is indeed a pig pun, by the way. I don't think it behooves him to pop off with the endurance right now. Especially because if Ian interacts here, then he can save his Fauna Shaman for a good card. Oh, what are we getting? No endurance, it looks like.
No endurance.
Might not be a green card in hand.
Chat, I'm on the same page. What was that?
Oh, that was I can look that up. That's a 7-mana adventure creature. It's got like some utility in that it can be tutored in decks like this.
Oh.
It's a Naga. It's white. I don't remember the name, but I'm gonna go on Scryfall and search white Naga.
Instead, we're looking at getting a Heliod.
Alista?
That is indeed a Heliod. Guardian Naga. So it's got Banishing Coils, a 3-mana instant adventure that says exile target artifact or enchantment. Let's put that up on screen really quick.
Still going for the brain freeze.
Looks like nothing going on for interaction. Just a win out there from Connor.
Damn.
If Ian's got more counter spells, if he's sandbag, oh no, Scylla just flashing the pack. It is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the West Coast has taken game 1 of Crew Battles. Scylla clinching it out with a very well-earned breach turn. Well done.
GG.
Well done. What do you think about that, chat? Was that what you predicted?
So let's see. Looks like chat predicted 45% of chat predicted Ian to win, 2% predicted Kennen to win, and 42% predicted that Scylla would win. 11% predicted Yasharn. So chat, if you picked Scylla as your choice, congratulations. You have successfully predicted right.
Heck yeah, well done. Well done, chat. That's almost a pretty even split between Scylla and Ian. Also, do you wanna hop in and ask Scylla if she wants to come in and do a little interview? We'll interview Scylla and then we will end our first Crew Battle stream. Our next one is going to be Wednesday at 9 p.m. So we're taking tomorrow off and then we're coming right back at it with game 2. So if you want to check that out, make sure you wait until Wednesday to see. Let me throw the there you go. Boom. Schedule right up on the screen so you guys can see it. Wait for Scylla to come on in here. Super, super excited to see that win. That was awesome. Super awesome. Also, I'll throw the links in the chat one more time if you want to get some merch. If you want to have the East Coast win something tonight, get them the most merch. Link is right there in the chat. You can get yourself some apparel.
That was so well deserved. My goodness.
That was amazing. That was so well done.
Yeah, Scylla said we are A-okay to give her a interview after the game, so they're cleaning up now.
All right, I'm gonna pull her over. Let's see. How do I even do that on Discord?
I don't know, man. You said you could do it. I don't know.
I did say I could do
I'm
it.
bad at this.
I
am technologically impaired.
All right, here's what we'll do because I'm also technologically impaired. I'm gonna move to the other chat. That's what we're gonna do. All right. Let's see. Whoop. Hello.
Hello.
Well done on your game there. Well done on your win. Congratulations on beating your cEDH coach there. Very well played and very well earned. How are you feeling, Scylla, after winning the first crew battle for the Team West Coast?
Yo, I feel super good. Like, I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna do it, and I'm real happy. So yeah.
Well, we thought you were gonna do it. 42% of chat voted that you were gonna win. So
yeah, it was neck and neck between you and Ian getting the fan love.
Yeah, chat was all about it. So you came in there
about it like it was a. Yeah. Go.
Yeah, you came in there with a seems like a very grindy game plan. You had multiple draw engines. You had it looks like at one point you were trying to get a 7/7 Crom out there. Did you anticipate the game being slower?
Kind of. Like I knew that Yasharn was gonna be here. Like that was like a for sure. Like just knowing I was going up against Connor, and then it was kind of a coin flip on what Mike and Ian were gonna play. So I was sort of just like, well, I hope everyone's playing grindy stuff, and I don't see like an Atali, and I get like turboed out or something, and I'll cry. So yeah, I kind of expected it to be a little mid-rangey.
Nice. Well, you definitely played into that super well. So you got to your last turn there, and you had to fight through a mind break trap and a mental misstep from Ian. Were you expecting him to have interaction there, or were you thinking you were just free and clear?
Oh yeah, like the whole time I was sitting there like, all right, let's do like the scariest looking things in my hand before I play an Underworld Breach, because like I was just like, okay, like, I've already told them all that I have an Odawara in my hand, and I'm like, cool, there's no red in this pod, so nobody can really deal with that. And then I'm like, let's just do scary thing, which is Entomb.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody's like, that's horrifying. Don't let that happen. And then I'm like, cool, second scary thing, Culling Ritual. And it's the same deal. And then after that
Culling Ritual was... Oh, I'm sorry. That Culling Ritual was so hype. We were talking about it like literally 2 minutes before you played it. We were like, oh, what would be an amazing play right now? A Culling Ritual. Yeah. And then you just dropped it. Mm-hmm. It was great.
I was just like, yeah, it was pretty cool. Like the Drandis was sucky, and the Sanctum Prelate, as soon as that got bounced, I'm like, oh please, I just need to get to my turn. I hate Sanctum Prelate. I play against Elishadoran like all the time. That's what my girlfriend plays. I think she was in chat the whole time. She's right next to me too, so she can hear me talking about her. But yeah, she plays like stacks, so I'm like very familiar with a bunch of stacks stuff, and I'm just like, cool. I am gonna do what I do in those games and sit here and hope somebody tries to win, and then I will win, and that's what happened.
Nice. So
I would love to talk about the multiple conversations that seem to be happening on Ian's turn as you all were negotiating who can respond to what, when, why, and how do we get the thing off the board? Because getting the Teferi off the board unlocked you, and it felt like we were like, there's definitely conversation around them working together to try and make sure Ian doesn't win, but that clearly set you up for the win. Like,
Yeah, it was basically like the conversation was like Ian midway through kind of figured out he couldn't get there through a wandering archaic and through like a mystic and heuristic. And so Ian was just like, okay, well maybe I just got to keep going for it and then maybe I'll get there. And we were like I had, oh my god, what did I have? Like Odawara, I had the Chain of Vapor that I drew off of all that. Like I had like the Swan Song to back up whatever Mike wanted to do, and it was all just like, cool, if we just don't lose here, like maybe Scylla doesn't have it, and I was just like, yo, I like my odds on that one. Like I'll take that. Like that's cool. My fear was like Mike was just gonna rip Basalt Monolith or something, and I was like gonna cry. And then Connor bounced the Kinnan, and that completely like saved my brain a little bit. I was like, sick. I don't have to worry about that. I don't know. It was definitely like the conversation was like, well, if we don't stop Ian, like we do lose here, so we got to do it. But like we definitely lose if we get to your turn. And I was like, yeah, probably. Like I think you do. But it's okay.
Nice. So you were prepared for the Stacks matchup because of your play experience. You're coached by Ian. Did that prepare you to play against him in any way? Like did you know any of his tricks? Did you see through any of his lines at all because of that?
I don't know if I like would say my coaching from Ian like helped me play against him, but it was like, I don't know. He's just like he helped me like sort of build the deck and everything, and just kind of like, I don't know, a lot of my teachings from him like ring in my brain a lot whenever I'm playing. So it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing what Ian does, and like it's like a what would Ian do moment, and that's kind of what I end up doing. But then it was also just like, I don't know. Like I'm also just like a big fan of like all these people. So like when I saw Ian dropping like Timna Malcolm today, I was like, oh cool. I just like stared down this deck list yesterday or like the other day because like that's what Ian posted on Twitter, and I'm like, and I just like sit there and eat deck lists like all the time. So like, so I think Mike was like, oh, maybe Ian plays like Labman and we just lose there. I'm like, no, I don't think he's playing Labman. Like, I'm pretty sure we're like, it's just Teferi. Like, I think that's like the last thing. And then he dropped the Teferi, and I was like, damn. Well, it's called shot, I think, but crap.
That's hype.
Now I just want bracelets that say WWID. What would Ian do?
Yeah.
Maybe Ryan can whip up some what would Ian do tokens.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Put your hand on it when you need his coaching guidance.
It's like, where is he? And just think about it, and yeah.
We were asking ourselves what would Ian do when we were playing, and we decided he would just win. And that is indeed what he did, and that's indeed what you did. So I think you channeled it correctly.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for coming on. Chat, thank you so much for watching our crew battles and supporting our crazy, complicated content creation, exhibition, match venture. We're having a lot of fun with this. We hope you guys are having a lot of fun with this too. We're going to be back this Wednesday, for crew battles again at 9 o'clock, the same bat time on the same bat channel. And it's going to be another crazy game with representatives from each region. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be, let me get the thing pulled up. So it's going to be,
I actually have it already up.
Oh, you're so good at this game.
Get you, bro. It's going to be Vice Versa, Doom DG, Manila Midget, and Cal.
We love that. So you have Vice Versa. That's Malcolm, famed everything bagel style Sisse player from the East Coast. We have Doob GG. That's Ori from the West Coast playing Tim Necrom, most likely. Cal from Playing with Power. We have two Playing with Power members in the Midwest playing, most likely representing Teamer Malcolm. And Manila Midget, Sean, on what my guess is Teamer Dargo, but it could be anything. It could be anything. It's going to be a crazy game. We're going to see a lot of, I think we're going to see a lot of like crazy high value, like blowouty plays. We're gonna see a lot of big dock sides. We're gonna see a lot of win attempts. We're gonna see at least one Glinthorn Buccaneer. I want to see at least one cow, and it's gonna be a great time. So don't forget, tune in day after tomorrow, this Wednesday, for that game at 9 p.m. But we're gonna sign off for now. Do you guys want to say anything else before we go? Scylla, do you want to say anything before we leave?
I don't know. Thank you. This was like really great, and I'm really happy I like was invited to this because it's just, I don't know, it feels so cool. And I don't know. I'm gonna be at Pun City 3. So like if anybody else is at Pun City 3, come say hi to me because I don't know, I'm less spacey in person. Nah, maybe I'm more spacey in person. But still, that's it. This was amazing. Thank you so much, everybody.
No problem.
Thank you for playing. It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you,
to watch
Scylla.
you play.
I'll be at Pun City 3 as well, so we'll have to say hi. Steven, do you have anything you want to say to your adoring fans before we leave?
I don't, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for like all. I mean, we had like what 70 viewers at peak, which was great. I think this is a lovely idea. I think it like lets people rally behind a crew, an idea, you know, and I think it's a great format that you have. And so I got to watch you play at Mox Masters and playing with Power and commentate that, and I love this deck. I love watching you pilot it. So yeah, so that's all I got. I will say, please raid someone, Josh. Don't just like end the stream.
Heck yeah. Oh, I'm so bad at that. Thank you for reminding me.
I know you are. I know you're bad at that.